So here it is, the best time of the year apparently has come back, something I didn't even know about. It's Fat Bear Week. That guy doesn't really sporting it so much, but maybe when he poofs out, he looks like that bear ass. Here we go.
Literally a bear ass.
So if you were also unaware of this like I wasn't, Fat Bear Week is dedicated to the internet famous bears of Katmai National Park and Preserve, that's in Alaska. They grow enormous by eating thousands of fat, rich salmon in just a few months. They do this to prepare for hibernation, of course. So these bears are very much internet famous because there's cameras set up at this national park where people can look and observe them taking part in all of the salmon, feeling bad for the salmon. Here's a few highlights of them and their cubs, as you may see from some of these cameras in the park. It's amazing. It's a good distance to watch bears from, in my opinion, through a screen, nowhere near them, so stay away. By the way, so the kicker for this entire week, just like March Madness in college basketball, is a bracket tournament. For people to vote, which by the way, I don't think it's very fair for the fattest bear of the week. Let's take a look at that graphic, because people can choose between these images of these bears, which we have no idea how fat each one is. Those numbers don't mean much to me. I'm gonna stop dogging out their process. It's fun because it's Fat Bear Week. You choose your favorite one, maybe based off of their name, that random number that's next to them. But either way it goes, someone also broke down a simpler version so that you wouldn't have to worry about it being through those images, maybe just by those names. And you find your winner. Now the top contender this year's competition is bear number 747. I like that because it correlates with, of course, the size of a huge airplane. And this bear, fattest bear 747, is the size of a double wide refrigerator. I think he won, or is he going to win? Either way it goes, this voting has already begun to take place, but there's still plenty of competition to start. And I think it even started on just October the 5th, a few days ago. So you still have time to vote, maybe not necessarily win with the fattest bear, but maybe your favorite bear that it is. So there is a bit of a political angle to this, in fact, a negative side of this. And guess who is part of the whole thing? I remember this story and I did not know it connected to these fat ass bears. Here, Donald Trump was trying to destroy their environment, of course. The bears are fat because they live on an untrammeled, flourishing ecosystem. Dams, mines, and development haven't destroyed the natural bounty there. Though the Trump administration attempted, and they failed, luckily, to give a company the chance to construct an unprecedented mining district in the region. The foundation of this habitat, salmon, flourish in the area's rivers and streams. And the fat bears thrive because of all of those salmon that are thriving. So this mining district in question that Donald Trump was trying to give this access to is known as the Pebble Mine. It would have been run by a Canadian company, Northern Dynasty. A Canadian company, Northern Dynasty, and Donald Trump was in favor of this because he's looking to make America great again. So while both the Trump administration and current Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy supported the Pebble Mine, it still faced heated opposition from the majority of Alaskans, local tribes, various government agencies, bear biologists, and legal experts. Many folks in opposition emphasized to Mashable that the federal government rushed the review process to win this critical permit while pro-mine government leadership is still in office, while also minimizing or overlooking adverse impacts to the Bristol Bay watershed. So luckily they didn't do it, but maybe they're looking for it again. But maybe it's the fact that this has cameras on it, or they have a March Madness style tournament every year, but they did get shunned.
I didn't know we were gonna do a miracle in this story. Bear biologists beat the mining industry?
Jesus.
That's like the most miraculous political story we've ever covered. I didn't even know it had anything to do with politics. Okay, so now back to the fat bears for a second. So that video, I'm not sure we should have showed it because that was barely legal.
Jesus, bro.
He was here all day.
I want to make sure you guys know this.
Okay.
He was riding while I was going through it.
Totally.
And that's what he was writing down.
No.
I wanted you to know that, Scott. I wanted you specifically to know that.
No, first of all, I get
A team
it.
of writers showed up behind the desk.
No, I get
Fire
it.
them.
I get it. I'm unbearable. Okay, here for the dad jokes all day long. Okay, if you think those bears are super cute, and they are, you should see them without fur. If you want to have nightmares, Google bears without fur. Turns out fur makes a big difference. Without the fur, the bears are the scariest looking things on the planet. They're like, whoa, they're like these giant demonic dogs. Not actually demonic right wing, okay, they're bears, right? And I like how this turned political, like big salmon's getting involved. They're like, whoa, enough with the fat bears.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Big salmon versus big bear.
I Googled bears with no fur.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Anyway, I got more, but Scott.
I'm doing that after the show.
Oh my God.
No, I think the fat bear thing is hilarious. I mean, I think it's very cool. I pray the bears never find out about it. It seems like a huge shot to the ego to know people are like doing a contest about how huge you've gotten. But have you seen the thing on the website that where they do like the pre salmon bears and then like post like the feeding frenzy, and there are all these like before and after pictures of like where they've gained like 500 pounds in the interim. I was telling my wife, I was like, this is like everyone pre and post quarantine. Like that's what these pictures represent.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Don't shave off your hair.
Yeah.
These are horrible.
So listen, to that point that Scott made, how jealous of these bears am I? Where people are like, oh, you've gained 500 pounds, bravo, you might win this year. And everybody's rooting for them. They're like, eat more, grab a sundae, who cares, make it 2. Throw some Reese's peanut butter cups in there, slice some bananas in. Like, imagine that it's like, they come by my house, they're like, Cenk, you got it. You do another nutty buddy. Wash it down with a Coke, oh yeah.
This is live.
You're top seed, dude, you're top seed.
You're the top seed, I'm worried I am. I mean, you want to talk about bears, right? Some people think I would make a good bear. I'm not, but I could. I would be popular in the bear community, let's put it that way. Anyways, yeah, but you know what? I will come back to politics for 1 second. It's not really about politics, but it's, look guys, look at what we do as humans, right? Man, we build a dam and we think like, oh good, we're gonna get the water and we're gonna get some more tomatoes and stuff and et cetera. And that's true and that's good. Sometimes the mining, not so good, right? But once we do that, we set off a chain reaction where then bears starve to death. We never see it, it happens in the woods, so we don't have cute cameras to, oh, look at the bear, there's no salmon coming because we did a dam. And he's like, what, where is it? And then, they're dead, right? We've done that all across the world for the entire time that we've dominated this planet. So like if you see the bear without hair on Google and you're like, whoa, that's a scary looking creature. You wanna see a scary looking creature, it's us.
And again, this whole company looking to then go, it's not only the bears, but it's also the salmon, as they're saying there. Once they thrive, then other species within it thrive because they eat tons and tons of salmon. So think about how much of that also would be going away because of these decisions, because of these companies that want to come in, which by the way, what were they struggling? Was this company not gonna make it anymore unless they got this one thing? Are they still in existence right now when they didn't? The fact that they are, I think shows that wasn't actually necessary, but they were trying anyway.
Yeah, no, you need all that salmon, otherwise you'll barely make it.
Is it time?
You had such a good line with the "we're the evil ones," and then you like immediately undermined that.
No, because that's what I do, Scott. That's what I do 24/7 every day. Okay. Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.